In 2023, ChatGPT became the fastest growing service in history, reaching 100 million monthly active users just 2 months after the launch. Neither TikTok nor Instagram came anywhere close to this crazy record. 1 year prior, the whole internet went crazy over DALL-E 2, an AI image generator with seemingly impossible capabilities. These are just 2 of many AI models made by one company, OpenAI. Let's take a look at its biggest achievements, future plans, how it makes money, and explore the possibility of it becoming a trillion-dollar company. Artificial Intelligence Research Lab OpenAI was founded in 2015 by Elon Musk, venture capitalist Sam Altman, and a handful of other investors. Elon since left OpenAI's board to avoid potential conflicts of interest with Tesla due to its AI development for self-driving cars, but remained a donor. They committed over $1 billion to the project with one goal in mind: to develop friendly AI for humanity. Elon and Altman have stated they are partly motivated by concerns about AI safety and with the existential risk from artificial general intelligence. And they are not alone. Some scientists, such as Stephen Hawking and Stuart Russell, have articulated concerns that if advanced AI someday gains the ability to redesign itself at an ever-increasing rate, an unstoppable intelligence explosion could lead to human extinction. The company declared that by publishing its patents and research, it would freely interact with other organizations and researchers. In April 2016, OpenAI released a public beta of OpenAI Gym. Later that year, released Universe, a software platform for measuring and training an AI's general intelligence across the world's supply of games, websites, and other applications. In 2017, they made global headlines for the first time when they shocked the gaming world. At the biggest Dota 2 tournament, International 7, OpenAI bot defeated top players in 1 vs 1 matches.
So it's just impossible to kill it.
This is something that has never been done before.
Can you comprehend the idea of a bot being better than you?
I don't want to do it, please. I don't want to believe it.
Dota 2 was used as a research platform for general-purpose AI systems. In order to achieve this, the AI learned by playing over 10,000 years of games against itself. Simply training these bots required renting 128,000 CPUs from Google for multiple weeks. Sure, these were just 1 vs 1 matches. However, just 2 years later in 2019, OpenAI Dota 2 bots won back-to-back games versus world champions OG at International 9 finals, becoming the first AI to beat the world champions in an esports game. In 2019, OpenAI transitioned from non-profit to capped for-profit, with the profit capped at 100 times any investment. This was a pretty obvious step because otherwise OpenAI wouldn't be able to attract the best researchers and programmers in the AI space. This transition showed results just 1 year later in 2020, when OpenAI announced GPT-3, language model trained on large internet datasets. For the first time, people started getting fooled by AI-written texts, and interest in AI grew rapidly. However, the best was yet to come. Just a few months later in 2021, OpenAI introduced the first version of deep learning text-to-image generator DALL-E. And in 2022, everyone's mind was blown when DALL-E 2 was shown to the world. For the first time in history, AI-generated images were actually good. From abstract art to complete photorealism, somehow DALL-E was able to do everything. This success inspired other companies to develop their own text-to-image models, such as Midjourney or Stable Diffusion. At the time, I couldn't imagine what could take the internet by storm like DALL-E did. But sure enough, in November 2022, the global headlines were flooded by a new OpenAI product, ChatGPT. 2 months later, ChatGPT became the fastest growing consumer application in history, reaching 100 million monthly active users. But I'm pretty sure you know all about this since you clicked on this video, so let's not waste too much time on the history of OpenAI, but rather let's look at the present time and into the future. When you look at OpenAI's product lineup, it might not be immediately clear how it makes money. Just recently, it launched ChatGPT Plus, a premium version of the chatbot for $20 a month that gives users preferential access to the service. Sure, if 1 million users were to subscribe, it would generate $20 million per month. but that's nothing compared to other AI companies and won't make it worth $1 trillion. However, the overwhelming majority of revenue that OpenAI generates comes from the licensing fees that it charges to those who use its models or products. I'm sure you've seen a lot of services and websites that offer various specialized AI tools lately, generating product photos, illustrations, and generating or rewriting text. A lot of these services use OpenAI APIs to do the magic behind the scenes. This means that these third-party services don't need to make their own AI models. They just connect to OpenAI API, fine-tune existing models, and are good to go. OpenAI charges them by usage. For example, DALL-E 2 API for image generation is priced per image like this. And language models are priced using tokens. Here's what the standard models are currently costing. OpenAI generates revenue through partnerships and collaborations with other organizations, such as licensing its technology to other companies. This is similar to the already mentioned licensing, but on a much larger scale. Their most notable partnership is with Microsoft, who pumped OpenAI with $10 billion in 2023. OpenAI has already revolutionized the industry with its AI power to much extent. Its potential for future growth is significant as the demand for AI technology is rapidly increasing. Sure, we can talk about GPT-4, DALL-E 3, and ChatGPT replacing or assisting search engines, but these either already exist or are in the works. What about more into the future? OpenAI is already looking forward to trying its hand at the robotics and natural language processing fields with its services. Another potential area of growth for the company is in developing more advanced AI models, such as those that can perform tasks beyond the capabilities of current AI technology. OpenAI may also expand into new markets, such as healthcare, finance, and many more, to offer AI-based products and services to these industries. The question is whether OpenAI will remain largely B2B or whether it will develop its own consumer-facing brand. Whatever the future holds, possibilities are truly endless in AI space. The race to become the world's first trillion-dollar company was won by Apple back in 2018. Since then, the likes of Microsoft, Amazon, and Google's parent company, Alphabet, have joined the exclusive club. This, of course, didn't happen by accident. So, what does it take to become a trillion-dollar company? And how can OpenAI one day join this exclusive club? Step 1. Have a high degree of operating leverage. This means being able to generate more profit from each additional sale because these extra sales don't cost that much to generate. Software companies are a classic example of this. Developing high-tech software is a very expensive undertaking, but once built, adding a new customer is essentially free. And OpenAI definitely falls under this category. Step 2. Be capital light. This means more of the generated profit can drop straight through into tangible cash, and this keeps investment requirements low. Once again, tech companies are a prime example. They don't need as much employees, physical locations, or infrastructure per customer compared to other businesses. For example, Walmart has 230 million monthly visitors in their stores and 2.3 million employees. That's 1 employee per 100 customers, while YouTube, with its 2.5 billion monthly visitors, has only 2,800 employees. That's almost 1 million visitors per employee. I know comparing Walmart visitors and YouTube visitors is crazy and doesn't make that much sense, but since the difference is so huge, I think it proves this concept nicely. OpenAI as a software company once again satisfies this requirement. Step 3. Have a lot of users. Amazon, Apple, or Google. What do these companies have in common? Nearly everyone on the planet uses their products and services. This step is essential if companies want to join the trillion-dollar club. And as we see the growth of OpenAI's products such as ChatGPT, it's safe to say that this step won't be a problem. Step 4. Be loved. Unsurprisingly, companies with positive characteristics are highly valued. In other words, investors are willing to pay a lot for each $1 of profits. Tesla is a good example of this. When it went public, everyone loved its mission: clean energy, electric cars, and solar roofs. On top of that, Elon was viewed as a role model for many and even gained cult-like following on social media. And this is the only reason why Tesla reached trillion-dollar market cap and became more valuable than all other car manufacturers combined. Definitely not because of sales. As of today, there are no scandals and everyone seems to love ChatGPT and DALL-E. So far so good for OpenAI and its way to the trillion-dollar club. Step 5. be publicly traded. Every company that crossed the magical $1 trillion mark was publicly traded because at the end of the day, only the masses of retail investors have the power to push price of the shares to such heights. This step might be problematic because so far OpenAI has no plans to go public. However, it started as a nonprofit and already is a for-profit company. So who knows what the future holds? On top of this, the global artificial intelligence market is estimated to have a yearly growth of 36% and be worth more than $1 trillion by the year 2029. And for OpenAI, the pioneer in the AI space, the future is definitely bright. As of January 2023, OpenAI is valued at $29 billion. We will definitely revisit OpenAI in future episodes. Feel free to subscribe so you don't miss it. What do you think? Can OpenAI become a $1 trillion company? Let's discuss in the comments. Thanks for watching and all your support. Have a nice day and see you soon.